Megan Schmidt.
So October 19th is my birthday also. That helps you remember. Alright, so I think that Tracy's talk really hit home with me. I spent the last week in Baltimore at AFT training for thinking mathematics with a lot of elementary teachers. And I learned an awful lot about connections with mathematics and elementary teachers. And the trainers went into that with the idea that high school teachers don't get that much out of thinking math. They don't even have a thinking math for the high school level because of the whole idea of they have all the content knowledge. And it occurred to me that elementary teachers are very, very hard on themselves about their mathematical abilities. And I think part of the reason is high school teachers are very hard on elementary teachers about their mathematical abilities. And so when Tracy started that with her keynote, I was like, yes, there it is, right there. And so one of the things that I'm committed to doing this year is being more cognizant of how I speak about math with elementary school teachers, because I learned so much from elementary school teachers last week. Welcome. And then Edmund had said something along the same lines that mathematicians are very, need to be more cognizant of how they speak to artists and mathematical artists. And then I realized people are just really hard on themselves, and we need to be more cognizant of addressing that. So that really has nothing to do with spirals, but I have always never thought of myself as, oh, that didn't work, as a mathematician. And my undergraduate, I put this together at 7 a.m. I plan on making a little bit more structured, but not today. I have never thought of myself as a mathematician. My undergraduate degree is in accounting, and my master's degree is in math ed. I don't have any degree in mathematics. The highest math course I took was some kind of analysis, something or other. I couldn't tell you anything about that class. But I thought to myself, I wonder what would happen if I took the numbers from 1 to 100 and wrote them in a spiral. And so I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to 100. And I said, I wonder what's going to happen if I mark all the multiples of 4. And I did that, and truth be told, this was during a meeting that I should have been. But I learned that there was a mathematician named Ulam who did this kind of thing with prime numbers when he was bored in a meeting. So I thought, oh, cool. And so this is the multiples of 4, so I thought, so I made a conjecture about what would happen with the multiples of 5. I ended up being very wrong about that, which was cool. Which made me want to look into this further. So I keep hitting the right click instead of the left. So, oh, okay, this is what happens when you make a slide in an hour. Alright, so there's... Oh, here we go. Alright, so there's then I made a copy of 1 to 1024. So there's multiple of 4. 1024. Alright, so now here's this is going to go backwards. Alright. So there's y equals x squared. So I said all the square numbers, where there's going to be, they're all on the diagonal because it's done on square grid paper. But then I said what y equals x squared plus x going to look like. And x squared plus 3x, and x squared plus, oh, that's 2x. These are in the wrong order. 4x and 5x and 6x, and then there's 8x. And I thought, wow, that's kind of neat. And this weekend, I talked to Andre, who's not sitting in that corner anymore, awesome. He said, because I was like, oh, I don't know why this does this. And then he said, well, maybe it's something to do with, kind of like the limit. And it's straight out toward infinity or toward the bigger numbers, and then it's kind of doing stuff in the middle, which who knows what that stuff is, maybe. Alright, so I made a GIF out of it, so that's x squared plus x squared plus 2x. Well. And when I made that and I posted online, and Christopher Danielson, whom I love a lot, says, wow, that's really cool. And when Christopher Danielson says, wow, that's really cool, it gives you a lot of confidence to explore it further. But it made me more confident in the fact that there was nothing like special about this, just that I tried it and played around with it. And so something I really like a lot is the triangular numbers. I spend a lot of time with algebra students, and polygonal numbers are quadratic. They're formulas, and so that's why I like them, and I lived kind of in the quadratic world in high school. My favorite is the pentagonal numbers, because the pentagonal numbers are cool because if you put in positive values for x, you get a completely different set of numbers than if you put in negative numbers for x. So the formulas up there, you really can't see it that well, but so I colored the negative ones in blue and the positive ones in green. And I was like, wow, that's really cool. And so then it kind of became a spiral explosion after that. And so I don't even remember what I was doing here, but some kind of variation of formula. And then I started connecting them, because then it was summer. I have ADD, so there's part of it colored. And thank you to my spouse for not only lending me to Augsburg for the weekend, but helping me make a spreadsheet this is just part of it. I'll link the spreadsheet somewhere sometime. But then we did conditional formatting, which opened a whole other world of excitement, because then you can conditionally format, and I think we made like a column with the values in it, and then color and all kinds of stuff. But the coolest one to me, this is a double spiral. So then I started spiraling around shapes. Good job. So like it took like a cross and spiraled around a cross, and this is a double spiral where you can see like two sets of numbers in there. So this was like the thrill of my life. Christopher Danielson asked me to be listed on there with me, with people like Seth Leavitt and Christopher Danielson and Max and Andy, and I'm looking forward to getting to know all those other people on there. But I don't know what I'm going to do with spirals at the state fair, but I'm really thrilled to have that opportunity. So I wanted to share some of that.